I do not go on Instagram often, but when I do, let me tell you, I find the coolest stuff on there. So probably should be spending more time on there. But I recently saw someone posted how to make a self-watering moss pole, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna have the post link down below so you can see. And that's what I'm gonna be following. If you have moss poles, then you probably know how much of a hassle it is to keep them moist so that your roots will grow on it. So aerial roots will grow onto the pole. And that's where this self-watering moss pole is gonna come into handy, because misting is just not cutting it. And unless you have a really super humid environment, it's not really as easy to get aerial roots to form. So here's what we need. You need a PVC pipe, and obviously it has to, well, actually not obviously. The way that this pole works is that there's gonna be a wick wrapping around the pole, and then that will moisten the moss. So you just have to pour water into the top, and that is how you keep the pole from drying out. What we're gonna need is a PVC pipe. I got this 1/2-inch one from Lowe's the other day, and it had this little cap on it already, so I can't take it off. It's stuck on there. So that's gonna be what keeps the water from just pouring through the pole. So you wanna make sure to get a little cap for it. The PVC pipe and the caps are in the same section, so they should be pretty easy to find, and they're not too expensive. Like, it shouldn't be over $5. And we're also gonna need some gutter guard. This is the size that I got. I am a silly Billy, and I didn't get it as big as I would have wanted it, but I'll have this one linked below. We'll see if it works out in this size or if I made a huge mistake. Oh yeah, this pole is also 2 feet tall. Okay. And we're also gonna need moss. So I have my bag of Sphagnum moss here. This isn't a high quality moss. This is just moss that I use for propagating and now for making a self-watering moss pole. And you also need some zip ties. These ones I just found laying around my house, but they're also very cheap. I can link everything that you need down below. And oh, also we need some macrame rope, which I need to go get, so I'll be right back. This is the macrame rope that I have. It's good for making macrame hangers for your plants as well, which is actually why I have this, and I really like it. It makes beautiful hangers. So now we're ready to get started. Here's our new angle. Hopefully it's okay for you. It's kind of hard to angle the camera, but okay. Step 1 for us is we need to insert the macrame cord into the PVC pipe. And you do want to make sure that you are getting your macrame cord all the way down to the bottom of the pipe. Otherwise, if your macrame is only going up to here, you're going to need to keep the water level at this point, and there's no point of having this extra space down here where you could have had water entering in. So that's why you want to make extra careful that you get it all the way down there. And you can always wait until the last minute before you need to refill this. So there we go. And now what I'm gonna do is we need to reach this down to the bottom, and wherever you don't put any more macrame cord, that is gonna be what is inserted into the soil. So this is gonna be kind of like the stake part where you stick it in the soil, and then everything above that point is gonna be filled with sphagnum moss and what your plant is gonna climb up on. So I'm gonna go to right about here, and I'm actually, before I do that, I'm gonna take one of these and I'm just gonna clip this onto here so that I don't accidentally pull any macrame cord out, and then guess what? I have to fill my PVC pipe too soon. So I'm just gonna put this on here just for safety purposes while I fill this. And now it's stuck, so I can't really, well, I can, but I'm not gonna be trying to pull down on this so that I can freely take care of this without worrying about that falling out. So I'm gonna go about down to here and then start wrapping. It doesn't need to be perfect, obviously. You're not even gonna see this part at all. And it doesn't need to be super close together. Think about this much is okay. So that looks like pretty good to me. And I'm just gonna cut this macrame cord now. Some extra wiggle room, and we're done with this. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. And let's see, how should I fasten this? I just tucked it in loosely like that. Like I said, I don't think it matters. We're not really gonna see it. And now is the fun part, which I'm gonna need to angle you differently so that we can get the whole view here. Okay, so now that we have a bird's eye view here, we can get going on this. So first of all, let's measure out this gutter guard. Oop. So we're gonna be wrapping it this way. And think about like right here is gonna be fine. And thankfully, it's pretty easy to cut a straight line. Gutter guard. Whoa. I'm gonna try to straighten this out a little bit by rolling it backwards. I don't know if it'll actually work, but it's pretty obnoxious. Watch me break it. Oh no, that didn't work at all. In her Instagram, it just looks so easy. But this is the part where we need to have our moss ready. My moss is all ready. And that did nothing. So I'm just gonna keep trying to open it. And if you're planning on doing this, I would strongly recommend to prep your gutter guard ahead of time so that it won't be so freaking hard to work with. Just let it sit like this for a little bit and hopefully that will work some magic. Just like magic. Just like magic. Okay, so I feel like this is as good as we're gonna get for now. Also, I'm gonna cut this because it's a big mess. And let's get going on this. I'm gonna get my sphagnum moss and place it upon here. If you have like stuff in your sphagnum moss like this, take it out because that is just debris. It's not gonna help you out. Like I said, this is not very good quality sphagnum moss. But if you want a good quality one, I'll link good quality and I'll also link this one because this one's pretty cheap. All put around, baby. And now we wrap. So this is going to be how it closes really well. I'm going to clip this one in place so that we don't lose any progress. One of these. And I'm going to use a black one just so it's like more seamless, you know? Ooh, I'm impressed. Look at that one piece I did. Oh my gosh, you guys can barely see it. Look at that one piece I did. So now I just gotta do that for the rest of this area. And it's kind of like zipping up a sweater in that you want to like meet together so that it matches up. I mean, you don't have to, but personally, I think it looks nicer that way. Ooh, it's coming together, you guys. This is so exciting. feel like I didn't zip it up good, but it's okay. Okay, so let me set these out here. So oh, heck yes. Let me get rid of this so you guys can kind of see more. Maybe. Can you see a little better? Wow. Oh, I just dumped this all out. Great. Okay. You guys, it's complete. I feel like it looks so good. Oh my gosh. I am actually so amazed. This literally looks professional. Now I'm going to cut off these little doohickey thingies just to make it not like, you know, make it look nice. Okay, wow, oh my gosh. Wow, am I a pro or what? Yes, I am a moss pole maker. No, I'm not selling. That was absolutely so flippin' dippin' easy. Look how freaking good it looks. Okay, well, I do need to stuff some of this moss away from the opening of where the water is supposed to be poured. And voila, we have, this is where to pour the water. And this literally looks so good. I'm so shocked. It looks professional. It looks like I bought it. This is an actual moss pole that I bought, and look at the freaking difference. Like, which one would you want to buy? This one is self-watering. I'm gonna like tally up the cost right here so you guys can see how much this costs, and it was actually really fun to make. I never wanted to make a moss pole because it just didn't seem appealing to me, like when I could just buy one easily. And until I saw that girl's post. Pooja, if you never made that post, then I would have never made a moss pole, because I really never wanted to do it, but you just made it look so easy. And if you want to see like a really quick tutorial, then just check her posts out, because you just swipe through as you make your moss pole and you won't forget a thing. But wow, it looks so good. And if I were to give you any tips on how to make this, I think one good thing is like that rolling backwards thing that I did for the mesh is really good. I have a 1/2 inch pole, and then this size of drainage netting, whatever I got, it actually worked perfectly. So I'm really pleased, and I can't wait to try this on a plant. I don't even have a plant that I know which to stake up, so we're gonna see what I'm gonna do about that. But seeing if it works is a different video. But honestly, this is so much better than any moss pole I've ever bought, and probably around the same price, TBH. But yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna have Pooja's Instagram linked down below so you can see the post. And let me know if you've ever made your own moss pole, if you have any tips for people. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.